My best bet for Thursday night football as the Buffalo Bills travel into Miami to face the Dolphins for a week 2 divisional matchup. In this video, I'm going to break down the matchup and provide some trends that point to one team covering this spread. We're coming off a solid week 1. We went 4-2-1 going up 1.8 units. We should have been 5-1-1, but the Titans blew a 17-point lead to the Chicago Bears. But that's the risk we take when backing Will Levis. Now, if you're stumbling onto this channel for the first time, welcome. My name is Peter Appel, and this is my new NFL betting channel where you're going to find all of my picks on a week to week basis. My futures are already posted on this page, and over the last 3 seasons, a $100 unit better is up over 7,500 taking my plays. And just a reminder that BetMGM is the title sponsor for this channel. Use promo code JustGridiron for a first bet offer on BetMGM up to $1,500. So what does that mean? Well, when you download BetMGM, whether it be on iOS or Android, and use promo code JustGridiron, deposit at least $10. Then on your first wager, if it were to lose, you'll get that amount back that you placed on it, up to 1,500 back in bonus bets. And if it wins, congratulations, you won a freaking bet. I hope to do a lot of winning on this channel. But remember, gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older. Terms and conditions apply. Without further ado, let's talk about the matchup on week 2 between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Let's talk about the spot, because the Dolphins have proven that the spot is essential. You don't want any part of them in road games or if the temperatures read freezing. Miami is 8-20 straight up in the last 20 years in sub 40-degree weather. Tua himself is 2-10 straight up, 3-8-1 against the spread away from homes against teams with a record above 500. Now, Josh Allen has historically owned the Dolphins, going 10-2 in 12 games against Miami. Tua is 1-6 against the Bills in his career. However, this spot is really important as these quarterbacks have only played 2 September games against each other. The Dolphins won in September in Miami in 2022, and the Bills won in Buffalo back in 2021. Most of these division games are played later on in the year, colder weather, where the Bills have just dominated the Dolphins, as most teams have dominated the Dolphins in those specific spots. And the difference between home and road for Tua and the Dolphins is just unbelievable. Per Action Network, Tua is 29-23-1 ATS in his career. He's 18-9 against the spread at home, 11-14-1 in road or neutral environments. Tua is 26-14-1 in Eastern time zones, 3-7 ATS in all other time zones. The Dolphins are 39-24-3 against the spread, which is a 62% rate since 2016 at home. The Dolphins are the best home team in that span. Only the Packers can say that they're close, and they're coming in at second. At home, early in the season, in the heat, the Dolphins are a force to be reckoned with. Considering this is a night game, it's not going to be as hot as it might normally be at a 1 p.m. game. But if you've ever been to Florida, you know that it's still going to be super hot and humid even at night. I looked up the weather in Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. It's supposed to be anywhere between 81 to 84 degrees, and you know that it's humid. When the spread is 3 or less at home, Tua is 9-3 against the spread. Overall, the Dolphins have won 7 of their last 9 home games, and Thursday night favorites in general, right? Not just Dolphins, not Bills, all of the teams. Thursday night favorites are 149, 118, and 6, winning at a 55.8% rate, worth an 8.6% ROI. I think this is the right spot to back Miami, but if the matchup doesn't really make sense, it would just be a lean for me. But here's the thing. I really like the Dolphins matchup against the Bills on Thursday night. The Bills didn't get any pressure on Kyler Murray in week 1. They had a 13% pressure rate, the 8th lowest among every team in week 1. That's important as Tua was the 3rd worst quarterback in the league last year under pressure, only in front of Bryce Young and Will Levis. We bet on them last week, and we saw how that worked. The Bills defense has done really well against Tua in the past because they really don't blitz much. They provide a lot of natural pressure, and they're letting their fantastic secondary and their great linebacking crew kind of pick up the pieces there. The thing is, this is not nearly the same Bills defense as they've had in the past that have been successful against the Dolphins. Matt Milano, the heart and soul of this defense in the middle, is out for the foreseeable future with a biceps injury. Jordan Poyer, an excellent safety for 7 seasons with Buffalo, is actually on the Dolphins now, which I think is a sneaky way for the Dolphins to better prepare for Buffalo. Micah Hyde, Tre'Davious White, Dane Jackson, they're all gone from the Buffalo Bills secondary, and Taron Johnson, one of the Bills' best corners at the nickel, will be out for this game. The Bills secondary with Taylor Rapp, Damar Hamlin, Rasul Douglas, Christian Benford, and Taron Johnson's backup looks very exploitable. The highest grade linebacker by PFF for the Bills in week 1 was Dorian Williams, who ranked 49th out of 74 linebackers, and then the rest of that linebacking crew ranked below him. If the Bills can't get natural pressure against the Cardinals' 26th ranked offensive line, why would they be able to do it against the Bills, who have a better unit, and Teron Armstead is finally healthy for this game? How are they going to be able to do that this time? And the Bills, in particular, they ranked 21st in dropback EPA in week 1 against the Cardinals. Good luck against this Dolphins passing attack. Now let's look at the Bills' offense because it looked awesome in week 1 at home against one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Last year, the Cardinals ranked 31st in EPA per play on defense, the second worst mark in the league, only trailing the Commanders. The Bills were able to run the ball with ease on this defense, which set up a lot of open looks for Josh Allen, and he was extremely efficient. The Dolphins ranked 3rd in EPA per play against the run among 32 teams, and that was against Travis Etienne, one of the better running backs in the league, with an improved Jaguars offensive line. Now, the Dolphins' run defense, I thought, looked really imposing, and I think what that's going to do is force Josh Allen into a lot of these hero ball type situations. And on the road, I don't love his chances of beating the Dolphins like that. Now, it's going to be on the Dolphins secondary to make some big plays, and I have faith in former Bill safety Jordan Poyer, Jalen Ramsey, who just signed that big-time contract, Kendall Fuller, who's coming off an excellent game and ranked as PFF's 7th graded corner after week 1, and Javon Holland, who is PFF's 3rd best safety after week 1. I don't think that the Bills secondary and linebacker crew are up to stop this lightning fast offense in Miami on a short week. The Dolphins defense is a tougher than normal matchup for Allen, especially after facing those plumbers that the Cardinals put out there last week, with all due respect to the Cardinals. This is a spot to back the Dolphins and Tua historically, but I think that the Bills' pass domination of Miami and putting up 30 plus points in week 1 is keeping this number below a field goal, especially with how the Dolphins didn't cover in week 1 and didn't really wow anybody. Now, this isn't why I'm making the bet, but I think it's worth noting that Tyreek Hill and Calais Campbell, what their situation was last week with the arrests, these guys are the heartbeats of the team, and those arrests or attempted arrests clearly brought this Dolphins team together on a short week. That momentum, especially against a divisional opponent that has had your number, I think they come out firing. And those Bills teasers that I thought about originally teasing the Bills up, I don't think they're going to hit. And I think the Dolphins are going to win this game by double digits. Give me the Dolphins at any number below a field goal. I personally bet them -1.5, -110, 1.1 units to win 1 unit. And I'm on the Dolphins for Thursday Night Football. So if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for all NFL bets, all of mine for the rest of the season and well beyond. What if we started our season 5-2? Why not us?